Nutriband is a pioneer in the science of using novel transdermal solutions and other innovative technologies to offer alternatives to invasive drug treatments. And with me is the CEO and founder, Gareth Sheridan. Great to have you back at the NASDAQ. I know you rang the opening bell here not too long ago for your IPO, so
absolutely.
That's great. So tell me about this product, AVERSA Fentanyl. Explain how that works and what problem are you trying to solve with that?
Yeah, our goal at Nutriband really is to use transdermal technologies to improve existing drugs, whether that be safety or efficacy, patient comfort. Our core focus really initially is on the safety profile of certain transdermal drugs, specifically opiates. So AVERSA is an abuse deterrent technology that's applicable to basically any patch on the market today, targeting fentanyl initially to make fentanyl patches unabusable to those who want to use it for the wrong purpose and available to pain patients who really rely on them.
Okay, so explain how it works. So this would be, fentanyl we've heard is a huge problem.
Right.
This would prevent a fentanyl death, or explain how it works exactly.
Yeah, so fentanyl, for anybody unfamiliar, is about 50 times stronger than heroin. It can be up to 100 times stronger. There's obviously a big demand for illicit use of this drug, including patches. We all, we're aware of OxyContin being abused. We're aware of injectable drugs being abused, but patches play their role in this space as well. A fentanyl patch, when used correctly by a pain patient, is an extremely effective treatment. However, when used incorrectly, you can extract the high and use it for the wrong purpose. And unfortunately, that results in deaths, hospitalizations. Accidental misuse is also a big issue that we're targeting. There's been a number of cases over the last couple of years where children, unfortunately, have picked up a used fentanyl patch out of the garbage, and it resulted in death and hospitalization.
There's been some horrific stories about this, and the problem just seems to be getting worse.
Exactly.
How big of a problem is fentanyl?
Well, for the first time in the US history, it's over 100,000 deaths a year related to opiates. Out of everybody in the country, I heard yesterday, every eight minutes, there's a fentanyl overdose. So it's really a major problem that deserves the attention it's getting now. We believe we're right on trend in terms of making opiate-based products safe and also available to those who really rely on them. Back in 2016, there was a whole revised prescribing guideline that was very anti-opiate. And that initially was a good mentality to have, I think. But the reality is that pain patients weren't going anywhere. People that really relied on fentanyl or opiates for treatment, can't just pick up a tub of Tylenol and use it as a replacement. So the mentality really needed to focus towards making them unabusable and available to those who really need them. And that's where we've kind of slipped into that category.
Okay. And this is in the process of getting FDA approval? Is that correct?
Yeah, we're in clinical development at the moment. We anticipate our target to be Q4 of next year for FDA approval. So we have a relatively short runway left. It's not a typical phase 1, 2, 3 type of trial. We don't affect or change the existing generic drug in its current state, its external components. And we've partnered with Condeva Drug Delivery on this, formerly 3M Drug Delivery, to take their FDA-approved fentanyl patch, add our AVERSA technology, and then take that to market.
Now, would this be over the counter, or is it prescription?
This would be prescription.
It'd be prescription, okay. And we talked a little bit about how big the problem is. How big of a market could this be for you?
I mean, the upside on making a safe version of this product is very good, especially for our shareholders who are with us now. We had an independent evaluation done where the peak annual sales of AVERSA Fentanyl is expected to be 85 to 200 million a year annually. We think we could increase upon that when the pain patient count starts to increase again and prescribers are capable to actually prescribe the drug again without fearing liability issues associated with it. So 85 to 200 million is the estimate for peak annual sales currently. And then we'll move on from there because AVERSA has applications in the whole opiate space, not just fentanyl.
And this would be a fentanyl product that would be trusted, reliable, rather than kind of this haphazard thing that we've got going on now.
Exactly.
It's really the problem that you solve, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
I mean, the generic fentanyl on the market now is effective when used correctly, but there is absolutely no deterrent. We will be the first, and we're a long way ahead of any competition in the space. Okay.
And you mentioned FDA approval fourth quarter of 24?
That's our target.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so then when would it actually be able to be prescribed by physicians?
Very quickly after that, there will be a commercial scale-up of product done before an FDA approval process is actually given. So we would imagine that we would still be able to launch the product in Q4 of 2024, and we think we could hit about 17 million in that quarter to start off with the product.
Okay. Any other transdermal products that you've got in the pipeline?
Yeah, so AVERSA's application, as I said, is almost endless in terms of patches on the market today. We've added buprenorphine, which is a lesser strength opioid, to the development pipeline, and also methylphenidate. So our goal really is to start off and prove the model with fentanyl, and then work our way down the opiate family to create a whole new safety standard for opiates in general in the transdermal space. So we have a lot of follow-on products after this.
Well, I was going to ask about your goals in the near term, so it sounds like that's what it is, new kind of transdermal products. And since you've gone public here at the NASDAQ, I assume you're using that capital raise to kind of help with research and development? Or?
Exactly, yeah. We're partnered, as I said, with Condeva Drug Delivery, so we're conducting a lot of our research with them. We've had news come out that we've proven substantial abuse deterrence in our feasibility study. We've selected our final commercial formulation at this point. So we're really moving now into a commercial mindset. It's at this point.
Well, thank you. A very big problem that you're trying to solve. So we appreciate that. And I'd look forward to updates as you go through the trials.
Brilliant.
Thanks, Gareth.
Thanks for having me.